What Ryan Reynolds, has seemingly done, right, is used his power and influence to not only help Blake Lively take over this movie, but, he's used it, on Deadpool and to make fun of Justin Baldoni.
Imagine the camera panning across a bustling movie set where Ryan Reynolds is not just seen in costume as Deadpool, but is also steering the creative process. Our narrator intones, Ryan Reynolds wasn't just playing Deadpool, he was Deadpool. As we witness him directing casting meetings, suggesting script tweaks, and even weighing in on marketing decisions. In vivid behind-the-scenes clips, we see him transforming a project once doomed to obscurity into a global blockbuster. His infectious humor and unwavering determination breathe new life into a character many thought impossible. However, as we shift from the vibrant energy of the set to the quiet tension of Marvel's boardrooms, the narrative reveals a growing unease. Marvel's executives, who once celebrated his revolutionary approach, now begin to worry about the unprecedented level of creative control he wields. The camera cuts between scenes of laughter on set and stern faces in executive meetings, emphasizing a crucial dilemma. The very qualities that made Deadpool a hit are now challenging the studio's tightly managed vision. This segment sets the stage for a conflict between artistic genius and corporate oversight, leaving viewers to wonder if the hero of the screen might soon find himself at odds with those pulling the strings behind it. The scene transitions to the early days of Deadpool 3's development. Here, Ryan's deep involvement is initially seen as a breath of fresh air, a welcome disruption in a rigid industry. The camera captures lively brainstorming sessions where his offbeat ideas spark excitement among the crew, yet as creative. Decisions pile up, an undercurrent of tension emerges. Unlike most actors, Ryan is not simply stepping in front of the camera. He is rewriting the script, influencing casting choices, and even molding the film's promotional campaign. Interviews with insiders hint at a man who's blurring the lines between performer and executive, challenging the traditional roles in Hollywood. The narrative then takes an unexpected twist with the introduction of Blake Lively into the picture.
You know you don't ever say that to a woman.
You're not supposed to say that to a
my
woman?
mom actually went up to someone that she hadn't seen in years. She goes, "Oh, congratulations, and you're so far along."
Oh, no.
She's like, I'm not. Even a little bit far along.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's really rough.
Yeah, it was tough. So,
How are you? Are you excited, though? I mean,
yes, you're guessing correctly.
Okay,
yes,
good.
this
All
is
right.
not brownies.
As the film's production unfolds, whispers in the corridors suggest that her involvement might be more than coincidental. The camera lingers on moments of private discussions, hinting at a power dynamic that transcends mere film production. The juxtaposition of creative freedom against strict studio protocols creates an atmosphere thick with anticipation and worry. With every decision Ryan makes, the safe boundaries of Marvel's cinematic universe seem to stretch a little too far, foreshadowing a confrontation that could reshape the future of the franchise. Now, the narrative pivots to another hot-button issue: the troubled adaptation of It Ends With Us. The film, helmed by Justin Baldoni and starring Blake Lively, was heralded as a groundbreaking book-to-film project. Sweeping visuals of the novel's cover and early production shots paint a picture of high expectations. However, tension mounts behind the scenes when creative differences erupt. Blake Lively's insistence on rewrites and an expanded role clashes, with Baldoni's original vision sparking a media firestorm. As production stumbles, leaked text messages add fuel to the fire. In these messages, Blake allegedly refers to her Hollywood allies, including Ryan Reynolds, as her dragons, a term that suggests an inner circle willing to fiercely protect her interests. The narrator's tone grows hushed and conspiratorial as the camera zooms in on a smartphone screen filled with these explosive texts. Viewers are left to wonder, were these words merely playful banter or evidence of a deeper strategic alliance? The controversy hints at a possible network of influence operating behind the scenes.
One of the first pitches I'd crafted for Kevin Feige was, in fact, a Wolverine Deadpool film. Marvel just wasn't ready. They just couldn't quite wrap their heads around how we would resurrect this iconic and legendary character after a masterpiece like Logan, the movie Logan. And I said, who cares about a masterpiece? Let's just dig up his old man river bones and, stab some bad guys.
With Ryan possibly using his clout not just for his own career, but to shield those he cares about. This segment deepens the intrigue, casting a shadow over what was meant to be a celebrated adaptation. and suggesting that personal ambition and industry politics may be colliding in unexpected ways. The film's tone takes a sharp turn as we enter the world of Deadpool 3, where its trademark over-the-top humor now verges on the incendiary. The montage on screen is a mix of rapid-fire jokes and scenes laced with biting satire. Our narrator explains that while Deadpool has always been known for pushing boundaries, this installment seems to have crossed a line. In one sequence, the dialogue isn't just funny, it's a direct, scathing reference to director Justin Baldoni, a jab that leaves no room for subtlety. The camera cuts to tense moments in Marvel's boardrooms where executives pore over the script in disbelief, their faces etched with worry. Insider interviews reveal that these weren't mere playful quips. They were calculated barbs aimed at individuals who played a key role in recent controversies. The visuals alternate between the chaotic, irreverent energy on set and the grim, controlled atmosphere of corporate meetings. As Marvel's executives demand immediate rewrites, the narrative underscores a critical turning point. The creative liberties once celebrated now risk inciting legal backlash and public outrage.
You know, I didn't imagine that acting was a way to get out of the house. It wasn't really like a passion when I was a kid. It was something that I was already doing at home.
Ryan's stubborn refusal to retract his decisions intensifies the conflict, setting the stage for a battle that pits unbridled creativity against the strictures of a multi-billion-dollar empire. In a dramatic shift, the scene darkens as Marvel Studios takes an unprecedented step, a lawsuit against Ryan Reynolds. The visuals move from bustling film sets to the austere halls of Marvel's corporate offices, where tension is palpable. Our narrator's voice becomes measured and serious as he details how Marvel views Ryan's unchecked influence as a threat to the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. The lawsuit is not merely a response to a few off-color jokes, it's a strategic move to reassert control over a franchise that has grown too unpredictable. Courtroom sketches and confidential meeting snippets emphasize the gravity of the situation. Marvel argues that if one actor is allowed to rewrite rules on his own terms, it sets a dangerous precedent that could ripple across Hollywood, undermining the established order of blockbuster filmmaking. The legal documents, heavy with implications, flash across the screen, serving as a stark reminder that artistic freedom has its limits when pitted against corporate imperatives. This segment leaves viewers with a sense of foreboding, as the lawsuit threatens not only the future of Deadpool, but the balance between creative innovation and controlled storytelling that has defined the MCU for years. In the midst of the brewing storm, the narrative shifts its focus back to Ryan Reynolds, a man known for his sparkling wit and relentless charm. However, recent events have rendered him unusually quiet. The camera shows past moments filled with his humorous social media posts and lively interviews, creating a sharp contrast to his current, measured silence. The narrator muses over this change, suggesting that the legal battle and mounting pressure from Marvel may have forced him into a reluctant retreat. Industry insiders whisper that Reynolds' silence is a strategic move, perhaps a calculated pause to protect his career while he navigates the turbulent waters of controversy. The visuals capture his reflective moments, hinting at the weight of the situation on his shoulders. This silence, so uncharacteristic of the golden boy of Hollywood, speaks volumes about the shifting dynamics at play. It's as if the very actor who once thrived on defying norms is now subdued by the overwhelming challenge of balancing personal ambition with the formidable force of a major studio. The segment leaves us pondering the high cost of creative rebellion in an industry where every word can spark a wildfire of consequences. The final chapter of our tale zooms in on Marvel Studios' determined stance. The camera lingers on the imposing headquarters as executives prepare for the battles ahead, both in the courtroom and within the confines of the industry. The narrator's voice rises with a mix of determination and concern as he outlines Marvel's rationale. Allowing one actor to commandeer an entire franchise could unravel years of meticulously crafted storytelling. This isn't merely about controlling Deadpool, it's about safeguarding the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe from the unpredictable whims of celebrity power. As the visuals shift between tense boardroom discussions and dramatic legal scenes, the narrative underscores a pivotal question. Can Marvel's empire, built on unity and controlled creativity, survive this internal revolt? The audience is left to ponder the potential fallout. Will Ryan Reynolds and his close Hollywood allies, including Blake Lively, weather the storm, or is this the prelude to a broader collapse of established power structures? With the stakes higher than ever, Marvel's unwavering resolve sets the stage for a confrontation that could redefine the boundaries between creative genius and corporate authority. The final frames fade out on a note of suspense, urging viewers to question what the future holds for both Hollywood's brightest stars and its most formidable institutions.